Have you ever been in a situation where your child is running from subject to subject and they're stressed out of their brains? Perhaps that's been you in the past and you've thought to yourself, oh, I'm really not enjoying this. I just need to get it done. If you could stop yourself in that moment and think, are you really enjoying the education you're being given? And have you had a lot of time to just dwell on the things you're being taught? Hi, my name is Rebecca Devitt. Today we're going to be talking about the second principle of classical education, which is much not many, or in Latin, multum non multas. The idea with this principle is to recognize that a classical Christian education wants to deal deeply with a few subjects rather than trying to cram in as much as they possibly can. Again, this goes back to the first principle of trying to master your subjects rather than just getting it done. What this means is that you might not learn the breadth of what other students are learning, but the things you will learn them deeply. You will experience the encouragement that comes from having mastered a subject, and then you will be excited about other learning because you will be able to master that as well, and you know because you have already done it. The idea with classical Christian education is to give children an incredible foundation to begin with so that they can take that to future subjects and learn them really well. A good example of this is when you teach a child literature, you teach them also Latin, because Latin gives a child an incredible grasp on the English language. They start life off with an absolutely amazing foundation in English because of their Latin roots. And of course, learning Latin will take away from time to put into other subjects. But the idea with learning Latin and creating that foundation is that if you then go on to medicine or engineering or even something like architecture, you will know many of the words because you know the Latin roots. For example, if you know the Latin word dead, you also know things like mortgage, moribund, mortuary. There are so many words that come from the Latin word mort or dead. And if you know that, you have an amazing advantage in English. So that's just one example of how the classical Christian education tries to give children a really good foundational grasp, which then they can take to other subjects. So instead of just launching into the other subjects and learning about that, we try and build up their foundation so that when they then try and learn other subjects, they have that ability because they have an amazing foundation. A good example was medical school. I did first year medical school, and what I noticed was that the students who had a background in pharmacy did really well. The pharmacy students were always the ones who would excel throughout the whole degree, and that's because they had an amazing basis in maths, chemistry, and many other things, how drugs work. And because they had that advantage and they had that foundation, they excelled in medicine. So the aim with classical Christian education is much not many. Try to master what you are doing and don't cram in too many subjects. I hope you found this video really helpful. Please like if you found it helpful, subscribe and comment if you want to, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.